So today I want to talk about how we lose fat. Okay, so fat loss is different than just like weight loss in general. And I want to talk about it because I feel like there's a lot of unknown and a lot of myths out there when it comes to losing weight and losing fat. Okay, so as you know, it's February, spring break's rolling around. Summertime, vacations are coming up. So I know a lot of women start to get nervous, like, oh my gosh, I have to wear shorts, or I got to put that darn bathing suit on. And you know, it's kind of mortifying looking in the mirror sometimes at our bodies and how our body composition has been changing through midlife. Okay, so let me just give you a quick overview, and then I want to dig into a few tips on how to lose the fat that you're seeing on your body. Okay, so through midlife, really starting into perimenopause, you will start to notice a shift in your body composition. We actually lose from 10 to 30% of our muscle mass in our late 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond. Okay, and it's because our estrogen and progesterone are declining. Insulin levels are going up. That causes us to store our weight, and our body composition is changing. We're actively losing muscle mass. Okay, and how many of you ladies have noticed some changes in your body, right? You look in the mirror, you're like, wait a second, why is this getting flabbier? Or what is that marbly look to my thighs and my belly? Like, what is happening here? Why is that? And it's because, you know, as we're losing our muscle, guess what? The weight we're still keeping, and that's all fat. Okay, so it's much easier to gain fat as well. That's replacing the muscle mass that we're losing. Okay, and we know that excess fat, especially around our bellies, that's called visceral fat. It's not good internally for us. That sets us up for a whole slew of other problems down the road, as far as heart health, diabetes, cancer risks. So that visceral fat is just not healthy. And so that's why it is important to look at our weight, to help lose the weight and manage our weight to a healthy weight, to allow ourselves to live the healthiest version of ourselves for as long as we can, that longevity. Okay, so now that we know what is happening to our bodies, it is natural to see our strength. We're losing our strength and are losing our muscle mass right along with it. So how do we combat all of this? Okay, so how do we lose the fat when we're working on our weight loss? Okay, so I feel like a lot of us think that if we just go to the gym and lift more weights, right, then maybe we can tone up our arms and get rid of the flabbiness under the skin. Or what if we go to the gym and we're at home and do 100 sit-ups? That will get rid of my belly fat, and all that fat will just disappear, right? Who hasn't thought that, or thought that would be the process to do? I always used to think that just go lift some weights and that fat would go away, it would turn into muscle. But that's not true. So actually, we don't lose our fat by lifting weights. Okay, so what we're doing when we're lifting weights or doing sit-ups or crunches, we're improving and gaining muscle here, but we still have the fat that is laying over the muscle. And that's what we still will see, okay? So even if you're working out hard and just not seeing results on the scale or with the way your body's looking, it's because you still had the fat over the muscle that is giving you the marbly appearance or the extra belly fat, okay? So the key here to losing the fat is what we're eating, okay? To me, I feel like that's always been the hardest part. I feel like it's always just been easier to go to the gym and lift weights and see great results, but then you hit your 30s and 40s and 50s and you just can't do that anymore. So really looking at the food intake every day that allows for excess fat loss. So the way that we lose the fat is by eating healthy, not only looking at calories, but also looking at those macros. Macronutrients, or macros, are your protein, fat, and carbs in our diet every day. And when we hit midlife, when we hit perimenopause and menopause, those macros, how many protein or how much fat or how many carbs we're getting in a day, does need to change to accommodate for our body's changing needs, okay, through perimenopause and menopause. So we actually have to go in and tweak some of those goals for macros to allow for excess fat loss, okay? So the key here is you can't lose fat by going to the gym. You're going to build muscle, which is awesome. I want you all doing that. But the key here is actually looking at our food and eating real food and upping the healthy fats. This will allow our body to use our fat stores as fuel and get rid of that excess fat stores, okay? So looking at the macros is key, and upping those healthy fats is key, okay? And also the last thing I wanted to share with you is how we lose weight, or how we lose fat, okay? So the way that we lose fat, so I know a lot of women want to go to the gym and lift weights to get toned arms, right? And it'd be nice to just tell our body, hey, I want to lose fat in my arms, or I want to lose fat in my belly, or I want to lose fat in my backside, right? Like, it'd be nice to choose where we lost our fat from, but that is beyond our control. Even if you work out extra hard, you can build extra muscle in certain spots, but it doesn't target fat loss in those certain spots, okay? So to target fat loss, all comes from our nutrition and our foods, and a lot of it's genetic. Okay, so as we are losing fat, our body is deciding itself where it wants to lose the fat from. So we don't have control over that. Our bodies do that on our own. But women, as we lose weight, we tend to lose it from top down. If you've ever noticed women that have lost, 15, 20 pounds, you tend to really notice it like in their face and their neck, in their chest and upper body. And that's normal. Usually we do lose weight from top down. So unfortunately, some of the spots that us women tend to carry that extra fat, especially around our waist, our backside, our thighs, right? Those are just big areas. We lose weight there, but it just takes a little time to get there, okay? But the important thing is now, if you're thinking ahead to like spring break and summertime, when you're wearing shorts, like now is the time to start working on weight loss for yourself. And because you're going to see better results in a few months with those particular body parts, right? Like with the shorts, with our thighs and our legs, the more we start to work now, we'll see results here in a few months because we're going to lose that weight from top down. So I hope this helps when you're determining what you really need to do to lose the excess fat or that appearance of that marbly look. It all comes from the foods. That is where I want you to put your time into, is structuring your meal plan in a way that incorporates lots of real foods here, okay? Because that is way more important than working out even harder, because you're not going to see the results you want when it comes to fat loss. Okay, ladies, I hope that helped. I would love to hear your comments or any questions that you have. Drop them in the comment section below. If you are ready to work together and see what that would look like going forward, I would love to help you get this excess weight off into your weight loss goals. So if you'd like to join me for a call, just comment below and just say that you're interested in a call, and I will message you back and we'll get something set up, okay? But get those bodies ready for spring and summer. But no, I say that, but truly, I mean, I want to help to encourage you to lose weight for your health, and to live as long as you can in a healthy way. So losing that weight will do that for you. So if I can help, just let me know. Have a great weekend, ladies.